Hey guys, this is Frank with rcFoamFighters. Today we're going to be taking a look at the initial modifications that I've made to my foam fighter Sparrow. If you've seen the last video, you'd notice that the initial maiden flights didn't go quite so well. So I'd asked you guys, the viewers, to give me your ideas and suggestions in the video comments. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. You guys set a new personal record for comments on my videos. I did take a look at all the comments that you guys gave me and all the suggestions, and I considered them all, but I couldn't do everything, so I decided to pick a few different things that I thought would probably help the best without changing the plane that much. So let's go ahead and take a look at the modifications that I have done, and then we'll go over the reasons why I chose them and what I'm hoping it'll do. Okay guys, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the modifications I did to the plane, and I can kind of give you an idea why I chose the ones that I did. Here we go. As I said at the beginning of the video, these are the initial modifications to the plane. I decided I didn't want to make a lot of changes all at once because I was worried that if I changed too many things it might cause more problems than it would solve them. One of the main things I wanted to do was scoot the CG forward because I got a lot of suggestions that the CG was way off. So basically what I did is I extended the battery compartment and the nose of the plane. I added about another 3 inches to the nose of the plane. So this allowed me to move the battery a lot farther forward. The way it was before, the fuselage narrowed in the front and I couldn't widen it enough or lengthen the battery slot without changing the whole front of the plane. So that's why I ended up extending the nose. One of the other modifications I did was I did change the rear stabilizers. I had a few suggestions that they were too close to the center of gravity of the plane. So what I did is I kind of extended them back a little bit farther and also narrowed them down a little to keep them more towards the back of the plane or closer to where the motor is, to hopefully help stabilize it a little bit more. One of the other things that I noticed was there were quite a few people that commented on the motor angle in the last video. What I didn't mention in the other video was that last test flight, the plane came down pretty hard on the concrete and it actually busted the wooden motor mount at the bottom. So the motor was actually pulled away at the bottom of the plane. It was partially, my fault because I only glued it together with CA. So I've glued the motor mount back together, and this time I used epoxy to make it stronger, and I trued it up and squared it to the airframe. So I'm going to be starting the next test flights with the motor in a neutral position, and I'm also going to turn down the rates quite a bit. I realized after a few other suggestions that I may have had the throws set way too much for the maiden flights. I'm going to turn them down to where I only have about maybe 3/8 of an inch travel up and down. And I'm hoping that these modifications should be enough to get the plane flying right. If they aren't, then there'll be a second round of modifications, which will most likely include moving the motor forward. I didn't want to move it forward just yet because I didn't want to take and move the rear stabilizers out to the wing, which is what I would have had to do. I probably would have had to put them here and extend them out on booms. That may be something that I might have to do if I can't get it to fly right the way it is. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like with the cockpit on. Alright, the cockpit's back on, and let's go ahead and take a good look at how the plane looks. I'm thinking it didn't really change the looks too drastically by doing it this way. I really am glad I didn't move the rear stabilizers out to the wing, because I think it would have totally changed the look of the plane. Hopefully this all works out. We'll be trying to get some maiden flights or more test flights in soon, but the weather's not cooperating again. There's predictions of snow again late this week, and the temperatures are going to be very cold during the weekend. But we'll have to take a closer look when it gets here and see if weather permits. I'll try and get out and do some more test flying. Okay, I think that's going to be it on the plane. Please stick around though, because I do have a few announcements I want to make. Okay guys, just a couple quick announcements. John McCain from RCVwing sent me a couple of his laser cut motor mounts to try out. I just want to say thanks to John for sending those. I will probably be trying them on some of my future planes. I will put a link in the video sidebar to John's site in case you guys are looking for that type of a motor mount. They are laser cut steel motor mounts. They do come flat and you do have to bend them. The instructions say that you can bend them by hand, but I'd strongly recommend using a small hobby vise to make sure that you get them nice and square and straight. The other announcement that I had is please don't forget to enter in this month's free drawing. We're going to be giving away 2 Turnigy motors to 2 lucky winners. I'll also put a link in the video sidebar, so please be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching RC Foam Fighters, and I'll see you guys again soon.